Hi, little stars. Hope you are great. Today we will continue our story. Do you remember what happened last time? If you don't, you can watch my previous video. Let's find out today what happens next. Are you ready? Let's start. But before reading our story, you know what you should do. You should what? Yes, you are correct, you are true. We will study together the most important words. So, our first word is bathe, bathe, bathe. What does it mean? Wash and swim, wash and swim. I will bathe the baby before bed. The dog likes to bathe in the cool water. We bathe in the sea during summer holidays. So, bathe, what does it mean? Wash and swim. Tread, tread, yes, walk, tread. Be careful where you tread in the garden. I tread softly when the baby is sleeping. You must tread carefully on the icy bath. Okay? So tread, tread, walk, tread. It's like bed, tread, bed. Popped up, popped up, popped up. Jumped, appeared. A rabbit popped up from behind the box. The tie popped up when I pressed the button. Okay, popped up, what does it mean? Jumped or appeared. Expect, expect, expect. Don't forget, you have to say with me. To think that something will happen. I expect it will rain tomorrow. They expect a package to arrive soon. I expect the game to be very funny. Look at this man. Yes, he's expecting maybe a bus or something like this. Gasped, gasped, gasped. She gasped when she saw the surprise. I gasped after running up the hill. The boy gasped when he heard the loud noise. So what does it mean, gasped? Breathe in quickly from being scared or surprised, like when you make like this. Okay, so do you know what does it mean, gasped? Yes, to breathe in quickly from being scared or surprised. Howled, 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 howled. It's like how. When you say, how are you? How are you? It's like how. Howled, howled. Cried out loudly in pain. The wind howled all night long. The dog howled at the moon. The wolf howled in the forest. Okay? So, howled, what does it mean? Yes, to cry loudly. Rage, rage, rage. It's like page. Turn the page. Rage, rage. What does it mean? Terrible anger, to be very angry. He felt rage when his toy broke. Her face turned red with rage. Okay? So, rage, rage. Terrible anger when you are very angry. Howled, howled, to cry loudly. Gasped, gasped, when you breathe quickly, like when you make like this when you are surprised or shocked. Expect, to think that something will happen. Popped up, yes, say it. Excellent, appear or jumped. Tread, tread, to walk. bathe, to wash, or to swim. Okay, now we will read our story together. Early the next morning, Tortoise dug a small hole in the middle of the path that led to the river. He got into the hole and used his shell to complete the path. In time, the king and queen went down to the cool river to bathe. The king went first, and the queen followed behind. Tortoise waited quietly as they washed and cooled down. After an hour, the king and the queen returned. Again, the proud king walked first, and the queen followed behind. As the queen was about to tread on him, Tortoise popped up from his hole, tripping her over. "Oh, it's handsome," she cried to the king. "Catch me, or I will fall." The next week, the king invited the animals to another feast. The animals came, but they didn't expect a feast. They did not expect food or drink. Before the king could speak, brave Tortoise stood up. "Thank you, great King Esantam, for this feast." The animals gasped. Hippopotamus howled with terrible rage. At once, the animals chased Esantam and his wife down to the river, where he lives to this day. He's still angry, though, so be careful not to go too close because he might bite. Okay, guys, so we have finished our story. Okay, so do you remember this? Do you remember the word that when we said that this king was, or hippopotamus, he was what? Yes, he was mean, he wasn't kind. So we can say, to brief up what happened in today's story, we can say that early in the morning, the tortoise dug a small hole in the middle of the path to the river and hid inside it. His shell blended with the bath. Later, the king and the queen went to the river to wash. After some time, they finished and returned. The king walked first, and the queen followed him. As the queen was about to step on the tortoise, he suddenly popped up from the hole and made her trip. She cried out to the king for help, saying, "Oh, Esantam, catch me or I will fall." Okay, and you know what happened after that? The animals came, and they didn't think that they will eat, but because the brave tortoise, she said the king's name, so I think all of them now they are happy because they eat, and they ran after the hippopotamus, the king and his wife, to the river. Okay, so I think our story was so nice. So don't forget to study the new words. If you liked my video, or if you learned any new word today, just try to like my video, and don't forget, study the new words carefully and read the story as much as you can, and keep shining. Goodbye.